Hello and welcome back to Harry Potter, where we cut immediately to our... to that. That's, it's quite precious.
What was that?
Right as you get into that room that we left on the last on the last episode, you get into a fight with one of his goonies, and here is actually where I learn how the freaking
Dueling works.
yeah, how the dueling works, because at a certain moment I just decide to spam the one of the attacks, and actually and then charging one of them, and then I finally actually get somewhere, because as you see here, none of those flipendos do anything, even though this is exactly, and now it did something because I charged it, even though it really does not look like he ever charges any of the spells.
Doesn't, no.
Actually trying to outcast him with the Expelliarmus, don't do it. They have AI timing.
Why couldn't they just take the dueling system from the PC version?
The PC version had such good dueling system. It was simple and fun, and it could have been pulled off even better in this one, because, you know, it's two different buttons, and you don't have to actually switch between spells in order to use them.
Right.
But no, they went with this, which is nowhere near as fun and is also hardly well explained. Like, I can't stress this enough. I have played this game 3 times to completion, and only now I discovered that I can damage people. In all of the other times, it's I literally just won by doing Expelliarmus and hoping to God they walk into the shockwaves like assholes. This scene and laughing Malfoy is also gone from the GameCube version. I know, because I would remember something so spectacularly awful like his laugh. It's something quite special, and it cannot be replicated. It can only be repeated 15 times over when you die, over and over and over. Did the ghost just get hit on the wall?
I think so.
Maybe. But sadly, I was trying to see if I can hit the ghost, maybe. But no dice in the ghost house.
Day 75, ghost house.
Yeah, good for you. Just stand there. I'm just gonna get there quickly. Classical course lax. There's no introduction. It just happens. And here I found the best way to do this. Just keep spamming the Scourge on them, because it interrupts them. And also, the Scourge cannot be reflected with Expelliarmus.
I always knew they were covered in ghost slime.
And then at a certain moment just decide to launch a flipendo and they won't know what to do. Like, stun lock them. They just throw it 10 times in a succession and then charge a flipendo. Works almost every time. And if they happen to reflect it, fuck it, just walk another direction. It's not worth the trouble. Because, at most, it will only take one piece of their damage, and you can do it much more efficiently this way. Also, sometimes you can see his shadow reflect on that wall. For some reason. Or I think it's Malfoy's from, like, him standing on top of there. It just glitches out. It's so freaky when it happens. Because it's like a ghost hanging on the wall underneath that painting over there. But yeah, it was just a spamtastic way to victory.
Yeah, what you do?
See, he was trying to reflect it, but nothing happened.
Scourge is invincible.
Yeah, and if you just keep whacking it with Flipendo, he will reflect them from time to time. See,
No.
did you see that?
At all.
Did you see that that ghost there? Yeah.
Yes.
It's pretty fucking weird. Those bookshelves are worthless to me.
Don't they know they're supposed to always have stuff in them?
Particularly candy. That's what bookshelves are for anyway. And here there is a block pushing puzzle, which is, well, it's hardly a puzzle. I just in the end happen to make it a little bit more complicated than it actually is.
Good job.
Well, no, it's just like I do an extra little bit of busy work with it because I didn't notice how the structure here works. Because like right there you have like a little bridge to the other side. I didn't notice that, so instead I just go to I just take I go down, I take the block and move it to the other side. And here I noticed that, fuck, there is a bridge there, and I just made myself look stupid. But to my defense, I did not actually look in that direction at all before I jumped down.
Great.
It's actually pretty nice that they let you take whichever side you feel like, as opposed to, you know, being like, you have to do it this way. Yeah. There is equal amount of damage on those bookshelves as on everything else. It's darkness. I guess we should make it more visible. And here, remember that piece of wall that's really stood out in the library?
Mm-hmm.
This is where this pulls us out, and you need to immediately save as soon as possible. Because this place is absolutely horrible, and you can just get caught immediately.
Oh god.
Because, like, next to the doors, if you just stick to the shadows, no problem. But this place, just like, they really don't give you time.
Hey.
As you've seen, heard there.
Mm-hmm.
Thankfully, they did not actually catch me, and I didn't have to. They didn't have. Well, it wouldn't be too much to redo, but the library sections are thankfully. Like, right now, I am done with the worst stealth there is in the game. There is one more big stealth section, but it's actually a lot of fun for once. Because it's not too crowded, and there is a lot of things that you can use to your advantage in there, like a lot of pieces of the environment that help you out with the stealth, unlike in the freaking annex of the library.
The annex of the library.
Well, it is the worst, so yeah, it is fitting. And here I decided to be brave and take some beans on the way. I wasn't sure if there was going to be a hand over here.
Buy some.
But there is also a freaking scourge chest that we can now open.
And gives us a ton of beans.
No, that's just the desk.
Right. Okay, need to be on.
And as per usual, it's a card.
Card.
Mine card.
Mine card.
What was that?
Nothing.
What was that?
Bird.
What a response for you, Harry. Good job.
Harry! I managed to get Hogwarts of history, but it wasn't easy. Slytherin ambushed me. Crikey!
Can I have a look at the book, Harry?
Here you go.
Here it is. I'll read the passage out. Hogwarts was founded over 1,000 years ago by the 4 greatest witches and wizards of the age. Godric Gryffindor, Helga Hufflepuff, Rowena Ravenclaw, and Salazar Slytherin. For a while, the 4 founders worked in harmony together, seeking out youngsters with magical abilities and bringing them to the castle to be educated. But a rift began to grow between Slytherin and the others. Slytherin believed that magical learning should be restricted to all magic families and that no students of non-magical parentage should be admitted. Eventually, a serious argument on the subject caused Slytherin to leave the school. He built a secret chamber in the castle of which the other founders knew nothing. According to the legend, Slytherin sealed this chamber of secrets so that no one would be able to open it until his own true heir arrived at the school. The heir alone would be able to unseal the chamber, unleash the horror within, and use it to purge the school of all who were unworthy to study magic.
Blimey! I always knew Salazar Slytherin was a twisted old loony, but I never knew he'd started all this pure blood mudblood stuff.
It sounds to me like the horror within mentioned in the book is a monster that only the heir of Slytherin can control.
But what kind of monster?
The kind of monster that can petrify a ghost.
All this talk of monsters is giving me the creeps. I'm off to bed.
Okay.
Oh, if you think Ron is useless right now,
How much is that?
30 Bertie Bott's every flavour beans.
I know how much you like him saying
Still
30
like the way
Bertie
he
Bott's.
says
Alderton. Now there's a man who
Liked
knew
it.
about explosions.
That is a completely worthless upgrade to the worthless
How much
item.
is Edgar Stroger card?
30 Bertie Bott's every flavour beans.
Oh wait, I was
It's
thinking of the
Stroger, eh,
beans.
Harry? Inventor of the sneaker scope. What a genius.
How much
Wow,
is
what
his
a-
famous Witches and Wizards card?
30 Bertie Bott's every flavour beans. If I may say
Thank
so,
you.
an excellent choice, Mr. Potter.
How much is his famous Witches and Wizards card?
30 Bertie Bott's every flavour beans. No doubt you'll soon be completing your collection, Harry.
He says that when you buy all of the cards, there are to buy at their store. And now I don't even have to. I don't even have to go there. I can just end the day. But yeah, here I take a look at the cards because it's been a while since the last time I did. And we're like 2/3 done with the collection, more or less. Well, a little bit more than 2/3. Most of these cards are exactly the same as they were in the PC version. They even keep the whole thing of there being like, I believe they do keep the thing of them being like silver and bronze cards. Yeah, see, this one's silver, whereas the previous ones were bronze. Or this one's those ones are bronze, and this one's golden.
Yeah.
But at the very least, in this one, they actually have a certain order to them. See, like number 54 is actually number 54, as opposed to the complete random order that you get them in the PC version.
Right.
But I guess those cards were made specifically for this version of the game, and then the PC version decided to, like, you know, have the whole gimmick of the gold and silver and the bronze cards actually being different things, responsible for different parameters. Whereas in this one, it's just a collectible, and all of them amount to increasing your HP.
Where's the Dumbledore card?
Well, it's one of the rarer ones. So no, I still don't have it. I believe his card would be like number 100 or something. 101 is, oh, spoiler alert, the Harry Potter card, because it's always the Harry Potter card for the last
excuse
thing.
you, it's the Neville card. Get it right.
I wish there was a Neville card. With like an encyclopedia worth of explanation of who he is.
Yes. Everything he's about.